think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing.
Hello everybody, welcome in. It is the weekend. Alright, Saturday afternoon. And well, we're back for everybody's lunchtime installment of racing action here tonight. It is GTRC, the Gran Turismo racing community. And it is round 3 of our Porsche Cup Challenge here. So the drivers have just stepped out onto the track for qualifying here. And we'll flip the screen over in just a moment's time for everybody, so you guys can check out what's happening here. So just a little quick recap of what's going down today. We are all the way over in Japan. We are on the Fuji International Raceway, and this should be a pretty good race here for these cars. It's a very good mixture of high speed and technical, and it's going to break up the racetrack nicely and should provide for some pretty good racing action, I would imagine, on the racetrack. The required tires today are the Racing Hard and the Racing Mediums tires, so there is going to be a compound change here, a mandatory tire change in this race today. It's a 1-hour endurance race, and the drivers are facing 3 times fuel and 3 times tire wear, which means every time they go around a lap around Fuji here, it'll be 3 laps worth of fuel and 3 laps worth of tire. So let's go see what our grid looks like. Alright, make sure everything's working. Everything seems to be working. Alright, welcome in everybody. Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody's enjoying their last few days of summer here, I guess, technically now. So as you can see here, we're with Pigums. There we go. That's what we're looking forward to, a little onboard action here as we come through the final corner here, and then I guess we'll come back out, and then I guess we'll jump back on board here in a minute with whoever our pole sitter is going to be this time around. We're going to stay with Pigums as he comes across the line here. You can see the line right there. It's a 139.3 coming from Pigums. Let's see what bar 27 has here as he comes around, and it's a 140.6. Looks like Petrohead comes through in second place. We got Astro coming. He's going to stay there in fourth. We got Trone coming through. He's going to stay in fifth. Doug's coming in for a pit stop. And the live timing is all kinds of wrong again. Type R up at the 7th. Esports Matthew's going to stay in 9th. Where is Hair Razor? There he is. Hair Razor jumps up into 5th place there at that lap. So we got Pigums here, 1.1 seconds up the road right now. Supra in 2nd. We got Petrol in 3rd. We got Bar 27 in 4th. We got Hair Razor in 5th. Astro in 6th, Lone Ghost in 7th, we got Type R in 8th, we got Trone in 9th, we got Esports Matthew here in 10th position, and Doug Barrow here in 11th. And this will be the first time we've seen Esports Matthew here on track as far as broadcasting goes as well from the GTRC driver. Yes, I get entertainment this morning. How's it going, Josh? Alright, so it is Pigums, and he is just coming around that absolutely long sweeping first corner. So let's jump on board with our pole sitter here, as I still get to terms with the fact that it's Saturday at noon already. And he was 139.354 was his first lap. Let's see what he's got this time. It's a 139.359. So how's that for consistency? 5/1000ths of a second off his last lap. So here, we're braking at the curbing here, and we're going to be looking for this apex. You want to clip this apex and roll the car back out to that exit curb. Use all that racetrack. Big slide there from Pickens as he comes around. We're going to move back over to the right side here and set up for turn number 3. At about the 100-meter board, you're on the brakes, you downshift, you just again want to clip this apex, roll it through, catch the curb, but you got to keep 2 tires on the track. Here it's all about throttle rhythm. You want to keep a tight apex and just sweep a little bit out and catch the second apex here. And then we're going to move immediately to the right side, 75 meters on the anchors. You want to catch this apex and then smash on the throttle, take it all the way out to the right side, maximizing every millimeter of this racetrack. From here, you want to keep it nice and flowing. Now, you can see here, the guys typically go out wide. It's actually quicker to go around the apex, believe it or not. Here, we're on the brakes just underneath that bridge here, and then we've got a huge double set of S's coming in. You got to be very careful here. It's uphill. Get on the throttle, take as much of that curb as you can. Here, we're braking right at the artificial turbing, and again, just trying to roll. All you're trying to do is always just roll through the apex. Again, here, we're going to roll on the brakes, down to 1 more shift, catch this apex, careful on exit. You got to go real late here. You got to be patient. As you can see, it's blind corner. And then we're smacking on the brakes right here, trying to catch this apex and smash on the throttle on the way back out. And that was a beautiful lap right there, actually, from Piggums as he went around Fuji here, while we see why he's sitting on pole position for the time being. Let's see what he's got this time around here. That looked like a nice clean lap there from Piggums. And it's a 139.027 there, so the fastest lap qualifying so far on that onboard. We got Petrolhead here in third, but Bar 27 just scooped up ahead there in second place. And Petrolhead takes it right back from him with a 39.602, so a good little scrap going on here at the front end of qualifying. We've got Esports Matthew up into 4th place, and he's got Hair Razor tucked right in behind him in 6th place there. And we got 2 cars going into pit lane there. No, we got 1 just using draft. Alright, so Esports Matthew does not improve there. Hair Razor does. Made a mistake there, I think. He was right in behind, and now he wasn't. So we got Astro here in 7th and Doug in behind here in 8th. Let's stick with these 2 here. Where are they? Oh no, they're at the beginning of the lap. And we got Trone right there. Alright, so it looks like it's Piggums Bar and Petrolhead out here. They're going to be, again, the next ones to come across our finish line. It's a 10-minute qualifying run here, so you can see like 7 laps, I think, here around the racetrack today. It looks like a doozy here. Ooh, at 39.091. Consistency is definitely key in racing, and we see it all the time here. Piggums looking very consistent. Bar there with this 140 that time around. We got Petrol there with a 39.418, and that's going to be good enough to put him a little bit further ahead of Bar there in 2nd place. We got Esports Matthew and I believe Type R just in front of him here as well. It's going to be good enough for 3rd place there from Matthew, and I'm not sure where Type R ended up there, but is it Type R? Yes. 10th place there from Type R in that Caterpillar engine there, and it looks like we're going to get 5 laps. Got Piggums off on the end there. Looks like some drivers have opted to go around one more time. We got Astro pulled over there. We got Tro and Kobe pulled off to the side here as well, and we just had Lone Ghost, I believe, just pull off there as well. Alright, so we're gonna stick with, I think Petrol's flying around here still too. So we'll sit on board with Petrol here. He's got Bar just up ahead there in 4th place as well. We'll stick with these 2 here as they come around the line. It's not going to be an improvement here for bar 27 that time around. It's not going to be an improvement for petrol either. We got Esports Matthew coming around here next. And I believe that might be Rsr in behind him. Might be Doug actually in behind him. And it was an improvement. It's good enough for second place there, so that was a good run for Esports Matthew there. Doug is in 5th place currently here too as well. Let's see what Rsr's got as he comes back up the line. It's going to be a 40. It was an improvement, but it's still only good enough for 6th place here. Got Super coming through for his final lap. He's got a half-second penalty, so it's going to be a nil and void lap. Alright, there we have it. There's our lineup. It's going to be Pigham's on pole position. It's going to be Esports Matthew here in 2nd. It's going to be Petrol in 3rd. It's going to be Bar 27 in 4th. It's going to be Doug in 5th. It's going to be Rsr in 6th. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Supra here in 7th. We got Astro in 8th. We've got Drone in 9th. We've got Type R here in 10th. We've got Lone Ghost in 11th position. Petrahead is in 2nd. Alright. Hope we're all ready, chat. Hope we're all ready. Let's see what is happening off in the world of Facebook. Got Cody coming in with the heart on the stream as well. Much love, my guy. We appreciate you. Alright, so we're just waiting for the host to fire off this race, and it'll be a 1-hour endurance race here tonight at Fuji for the Gran Turismo racing community. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I mean, who's your favorite driver? Who are we rooting for out there? I got a pretty good idea who we need to be looking out for here today, just based off those qualifying times and looking at the consistency of some of these drivers. I think we're in for a pretty good race, but I think we're going to see some separation in the groups. We're going to see some pack racing, so it should be interesting. .027 from our pole sitter here as well. Alright, we're on the grid here, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Kick them tires, light them fires. We're gonna go race, chat. And we are off. Do they all get off? They do. All 11 drivers get off the line. Looks like nice, good, clean start there. No false starts from our drivers. And we're going to go 3 and 4 deep heading into turn 1 and 2. And here we go. It's going to actually be Esports Matthew getting the run there on the race start. He's going to jump ahead of Piggums there. Piggums makes a little bit of contact there going into the corner, and behind him we got Petrahead sitting in 3rd place. We got Doug in 4th. We got Bar 27 here in 5th. He's side by side with Astros. He come through the left-hander here for the first time, and we're still side by side here. Bar 27 and Astro are battling for 5th and 6th place right now, and this is a difficult sector on very cold racing tires here to get right, and we're still side by side, and again a little bit more contact here between the two drivers, and is getting very elbows out here very early on, but Bar gets it wrong. He's going to lose 3 spots right there in that transition, maybe even 4 as Type R is now taking a look, but Type R is going to be on the outside coming in here, so it's going to be a tough spot for Type R to get the move done. And we're jostling for position back here as everybody's under the brakes. We got Rsr there in 6th, just up in front of Bar there. You can see Bar is millimeters from the back end of that racing Porsche right now. We've got Type R here in 8th place. We got Super in 9th. We got Drone here in 10th place. And we've got Lone Ghost in 11th. So that was a little bit of a scrappy start there, wasn't it? But it's Esports Matthew very early on with the racing lead. It's going to be Bigham's here in 2nd position. It's going to be Petrolhead here in 3rd. It's going to be Doug in 4th. It's going to be Astro in 5th. We got Hairraiser in 6th. We've got Bar 27 here in 7th place. And he has Type R and Supra in tow here. Supra's going to take the pole out in the slip. But what's going to happen here? And we'll see what Type R decides to do. Sorry, not Type R. Supra decides to do up and behind. He decides to give Type R a little push here as they head up into the inside of the corner. We're going to go 3 wide heading into turn 1 and 2 for the second time around here on Fuji. So here we go again. Supra's just got the position on Type R and Bar 27. He's going to get 2 for the price of 1 there as he heads in through turn 1 and 2, and that's going to be a nice clean move there from Supra. Bar drops down to 8th place, and Type R falls down into 9th here. We got Trone just off in behind these guys just a little bit. Lone Ghost as well in 11th position. Alright, so it's Esports Matthew. Now remembering what we said at the beginning of the broadcast, there's a hard and medium tire requirement here in the race today. Both tire compounds do need to be used. We have Pigham's here in 2nd with Petrolhead chasing here in 3rd. We've got Doug in 4th. We've got Hairraiser here in 5th with Astro in 6th. We've got Super in 7th. We've got Bar in 8th. We've got Type R in 9th. We've got Drone here in 10th. And we've got Lone Ghost here in 11th position. Ooh, a little mistake there from Lone Ghost as he was trying to come around the corner there. It looked like the car locked up a little bit on him there, and he just wasn't able to get that thing turned in. So it is Esports Matthew, 2.5 seconds up the road from Pigham's and Petrolhead here in 2nd and 3rd place. A little bit of a gap starting to happen here between Pigham's and Petrol here right now, almost a second. Doug is 2.8 seconds in behind Petrolhead. He's broken free from that mid-pack battle here, and he's starting to gain a little bit of time on him now, 1.2 seconds. He has broken that slipstream. We got Hairraiser, we got Supra, and we got Astro all battling here. 3-way battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th place as we come up the very long Fuji straight here. And I believe it's just a little over a mile of this straightaway here. And then we come into that hard braking zone 1 and 2. And it's a full 180-degree corner here. And we're going to go 3 wide here. Supra again looking up the inside there. And that seems to be his favorite move coming into that corner. And it's going to be Super jumping up into 5th place there. Astro's going to move himself up into 6th, and Hairraiser's just going to settle down into 7th place and behind as those two now go side by side up in through this second part of the I don't have the corner names for us here today. I apologize. I'm a little unprepared, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. It's my fault. We got Astro here in 6th place. We got Hairraiser here in 7th with a beautiful look down the inside here. And oh, a big squiggle right there as he tried to get down on the power, and that car just fought him a little bit, and that's going to cost him a position on Astro. That was a great attempt from Hairraiser on the inside. Try and get the job done, and Hairraiser, he's looking scrappy here. He's Bar 27 is now in the fight here. He's side by side with Hairraiser too as we go side by side into the chicane there, and Hairraiser manages to hold Bar 27 off for the time being, but that little defensive battle right there has now allowed Astro and Supra to kind of drive away up ahead of these two here. So it's some great battling happening right here in the mid-pack at the moment. We got Type R still right there. He takes a nice tight line through that last corner there and really pulls up on the backside of Bar 27. So the last half of the whole pack essentially here getting quite intense right now. We got Drone, Kobe, and Lone Ghost just right here, just off in the background of that battle right now as well. Whew. Let's go Pigham's. Hey, well, we got Esports Matthew here in the lead, and then as we look through the field, we've got Pigham's in 2nd, Petrolhead here in 3rd. Now these two are doing a pretty good job of keeping up with the leader here, considering what we're seeing. We've got Doug Barrow here in 4th. We got Supra in 5th. Supra's interesting. Okay. Just kind of getting an idea on what the strategies might be from some of these drivers as we go through the field here right now. We got Astro in 6th, we've got Rsr in 7th, we got Bar 27 in 8th. Sitting on the purple sector here right now, we got Type R in 9th place, we've got Trone in 10th, and he's slowly but surely gaining in on those drivers there, and we got Lone Coast here in 11th. So it is Esports Matthew right now, fastest lap currently on the racetrack with a 1:40.029, but we've seen that that's definitely not the fastest times that we laid down here on the racetrack today. And then 2.5 seconds up the road behind is Piggums and Petrolhead, and those two have been pretty much nose to tail so far through the whole point of this race. Doug Burrow's 4.5 seconds behind those two, and he's got Supra really closing in on the back door of this Porsche here now, and let's stick with this battle here for a minute. Take a little look behind there. We still got that mid-pack battle piping up there too. We got Astro and Rsr battling in the background there as well, and behind these two right now is Doug and Astro battle it out here, and Astro gets Supra gets a pretty good run here, but he just can't quite get the run. He needs to be in that slipstream there. Right now these two are just wasting fuel, drag racing each other is what's happening here, but Supra wants that position as we're side by side here. Again, heading into corner 1 and 2. Again, this seems to be Supra's favorite spot to make this move here on the racetrack. You can see Doug goes in quite a bit later than Supra, actually, and defends the position off here. And ooh, a little bit of contact there between Rsr and Astro in behind, and that's going to allow that whole pack to tighten up here a little bit as well. So Supra tried to get the job done up the inside into turn 1 and 2 there, but Doug did a great job defending. He went in a little bit later on the brake stand. Supra was willing to, and allowed him to stay ahead of Supra. So Rsr here in 6th place, got 2 seconds in behind those drivers. Astro in 7th, we got Bar 27 in 8th, and Type R here in 9th place. Falling off this guy's just a tiny little bit here, but that's allowing Drone Kobe now to pull in to this battle here as well. And Lone Ghost holding his own here today in 11th position. So it is Esports Matthew charging up the road. He's almost got it open to 3 seconds here now over Piggums and Petrolhead as they come around. But ooh, he gets it wrong there. Goes really wide coming through this last sector. And that's going to cost him some time on those drivers in behind there. You can see he lost almost half a second right there on that little mistake. So got to keep the mistakes to a minimum here as race leader and pace setter right now. And he is up the road, 2.3 seconds now separating him and Piggums and Petrolhead in 2nd and 3rd place here. But Piggums and Petrolhead have been doing a pretty good job at working together here. So, and we're going to see Piggums come into pit lane here. Petrolhead's going to stay out. So there we go. Piggums is going to be the first of our drivers to come into pit lane. He was on that racing hard tire, and he is, I'm assuming, going to get off that racing hard tire now and jump on that racing medium. So Supra has found his way around Doug, but Doug ain't having none of that as we go back into turn 1 and 2. And again, late under the brakes goes Doug, and he's going to grab that position right back from Supra, and giving Supra a little lesson on how to fight for position here right now. But Supra's going to move back up the inside here as we head into this left-hander. Nope, he's going to back out, and he's just going to settle right back in behind Doug there, but that's allowing Rsr to pull in here now. There's a beautiful battle in the mid-pack here right now. We got Astro here in 6th place. We still got Bar 27 chasing in 7th. We've got Type R here in 8th. We've got Trone in 9th. We've got Lone here in 10th position, and Piggums in 11th after making a pit stop here. So Piggums is now on the move. Clean air and a nice fresh set of racing tires underneath the Porsche Piggums there. Let's see what he can do with it. We got Bo coming in with that thumbs up. Hope you're doing fantastic, my guy. But it is Esports Matthew, 4 seconds up the road from Petrolhead here right now. We've got Doug in 3rd position, leading this crazy battle in the mid-pack here right now. And Supra's just absolutely giving everything he has here to Doug right now, and he just can't seem to get the job done. And now you can see Rsr starting to apply some pressure with Astro right in behind here as well. Ooh, big moment right there for Doug. He manages to keep it together. Boy, that was a great save from Doug. And how Supra did not get around him there was amazing. So he manages to save that car and maintain pace all at the same time there. We got Petrolhead now coming into pit lane here as well. That's going to move Doug Supra, Rsr, and Astro and Type R all up in position here. And again, Doug going defensive here coming into turn 1 and 2. And Rsr is going to try and follow him right through here and look for the position himself. The side by side is Rsr and Supra here as we get ready for this left-hander. And Doug doing a fantastic job at holding all these guys off here right now. And Doug has the optimal line here. He's going to just take this thing around nice and neat. Rsr and Supra had to play nice through there, and that's going to cost them a little bit of time here. But Rsr now up into third, with Supra down into fourth, and Astro now pressing here in fifth place and taking a look here as well. That's how easy it is. One little mistake, and that's all it can take here when the cars are driving this close together. We're almost 2 by 2 coming out of that corner 2 deep here as we're on lap 7 of this race. We still have 49 minutes remaining. Alright, well, the battle has been pretty crazy here so far. It is nose-to-tail racing from all these drivers, and now with the 4 of these guys all nose-to-tail coming through this technical sector, everybody's got to slow down and check up just a little bit not to make contact with each other. That should allow Type R to get back up into the fight here and make this a 5-way battle. We got Trone all the way up into 7th place here. We got Lone up into 8th. We got Petrolhead here actually just jumping out ahead of Pigham's in 9th place there, so Pigham's already up into 10th there, and then we see Bar 27 who's made a pit stop as well in 11th place, so some of the pit strategy starting to come into play here a little bit. Is Esports Matthew right now, 139.442 is the fastest lap on the racetrack, and he's got 15 seconds now on this group in front here, so comfortable little gap here right now, and Rsr's going to take a look up the inside of his teammate Doug. Supra's going to go on the outside. We're going to go 3 deep here, and oh, Rsr's going to overshoot. He's going to lose a position there, and Astro's going to get 3 for 1 there right there with that nice little battle, but oh boy, again, Doug's just not having it here. Astro gets 2 for sure, but he can't connect up with that third one as Doug Bro just does enough again to hold the position through 1 and 2 here. Doug's having a fantastic race here today. Astro's now moved up into 3rd place, but he's got a half-second penalty, and that's going to cost him at least 1 position here, if not 2, when he serves that penalty. We've got Supra here in 5th. We got Type R right there in 6th, closed right in. We got Lone Ghost in 7th, Petrol in 8th, Pigham's in 9th, Bar in 10th, and we got Trone making a pit stop as well now in 11th position. So half the field now has made their pit stops. Hey, what's up, Joe? Alright, so it is Esports Matthew here, and looking solid right now in the lead of this race. Took it right off race start and hasn't looked back since. Ooh, a little bit of contact there from Rsr. He checks up on the backside of, I believe that was Astro there. And does he lose positions? No, I thought for sure he was going to lose another one there to Supra. Oh, another penalty there from Astro. Supra's going to take a look up the inside of Rsr here, but again, Rsr having that inside position in this hard corner is going to be tough for Supra to find his way around there, but he gets a good exit coming out of the corner there, and now Type R is in the slipstream here as well, so this has now become a 5-way battle from 2nd through down into 6th place here. Astro had to serve that penalty there. You can see him pull off that racing line. He's going to lose 2 positions there and drop down into 5th place, so Rsr's now going to move back up into 3rd place, and Supra looking up the inside here. And for the first time in about 4 laps, Doug doesn't have somebody forcing a battle into turn 1 and 2 here. He gets a clean run through there. Now he's just trying to get away from the rest of this ensuing battle happening in the mid-pack here. We got Supra and Rsr here in 3rd and 4th place, and Rsr's going to take it for the time being, but there's going to be a good response there from Supra, and he gets the pass done. Rsr got all out of sorts there, and Astro's going to take advantage to grab 4th place, and Rsr's going to drop 2 positions and a half-second track limit penalty here on that exit of the corner. That was a rough corner there for Rsr. Got Type R here in 6th position. We've got Petrolhead here in 7th. We've got Pigham's now up into 8th place as he's just in behind Petrol here as well. Lone Ghost here in 9th position. Bar 27 in 10th place, and Trone here in 11th. So it is Esports Matthew moving and grooving here. Doug in 2nd place. You can see a huge slide there from Supra as he came through that corner right there, and those tires starting to feel it a little bit here as he's pushing hard trying to catch up to the 2nd place driver here, and he's doing a good job, but definitely putting some wear and tear on those racing shoes underneath that race car. And you can see both those drivers have a big slide right there. Oh my, what a I don't even know what to say there. Both drivers all out of sorts. They're both fighting that car to keep it underneath of them, and now we're going to have a side-by-side battle as we head into turns 1 and 2 again. Looks like Super got the better run here heading into 1 and 2, and Doug's trying to figure out which side he's going to go on here. And goes really far into the corner there, and that's going to be an easy move for Supra. So Doug overshooting the braking point a little bit there, and that's going to force him to wide into the corner. He's going to give up second place to Supra there. Astro in 4th chasing. We've got Type R here in 5th place. We got Rsr in 6th. We got Petrol in 7th. We got Pigums here in 8th. We've got Lone Ghost in 9th. We've got Bar 27 here in 10th, and Mr. Trone Kobe in 11th position. Alright, 21 seconds is the gap here right now for our race leader, but he is going to owe a pit stop at some point in time throughout this race still. We've got Supra here in 2nd place. We've got Doug in 3rd position here, and Astro's giving him the beans there in behind, but again, Doug showing that he's got some good defensive driving ability inside this Porsche Rsr 911 here, and Astro's finding himself having a hard time navigating around Doug, much like Supra has for the last 5 or 6 laps as well. And we're going to see a little look up the inside here from Astro. He's going to get a little bit of a position on Doug here now, and he gets it for now, but coming into the final corner, Doug's going to have that inside track back. So it's a great fight between these two. We're going to see a cutback coming here from Astro. No, he can't get the power down as Doug has a really good, actually, he's just got the settle tucking right in behind and using some slipstream here. We got Type R all the way up into 5th place here. It looks like Hellraiser's going to jump into pit lane there in behind and make a pit stop here for himself, and that is a correct assessment there. So it is Petroped and Pigums coming around here in 6th and 7th place as they jump over Hellraiser there as he makes that pit stop, and they are starting to catch up to that mid-pack here. That's been battling extremely hard here all race long. We have Lone Ghost here in 8th place. We've got Bar 27 here in 9th. We've got Hellraiser coming in for a pit stop. Let's just watch that crew do their work here. And he is off like a rocket. Gone, no fuel, tires only. Trone Kobe here in 11th place. So Esports Matthew, the biggest question is when does he decide to come into pit lane at this point? We've got Supra here in 2nd position. We've got Doug here in 3rd. We've got Astro in 4th. We got Type R in 5th. We got Petrol in 6th. Pigums in 7th. So 5 cars really kind of starting to close back up very tight together here again. We got Lone Ghost in 8th with Bar 27 chasing in 9th. Hellraiser now in 10th. He's got 12 seconds on Bar 27 out to that stop, and he's 6 seconds ahead of Trone Kobe here. Alright, so it's Esports Matthew. The big question is when does he finally come in? And it looks like it's now. So with, what do we got here? 18 minutes and 20 seconds gone in our race here. We're going to see Esports Matthew come into pit lane, and that was a rough entry. He may see his 3-second penalty there for that sloppy pit entry from race control. We'll have to see what they do when he comes out there, but it's going to be Super coming around next year now. Super's just going to opt to stay out here, so he should take the lead over here as he crosses the start-finish line. We're putting fuel in that car here of Esports Matthew right now, and he's trying a very short strategy here on these guys. And he is going to come out just beside Super there. He's going to give way to Super there and give him the position as he's hot lap traffic. That was a good call there by Esports Matthew. And he's going to settle in 2nd place and behind. We have Astro here in 3rd. We've got Petrol here in 4th. We've got Pigums and Doug now battling it out for position here. And side by side as they come through that left-hander there. But Pigums has that inside line coming around this very parabolic style corner. And Pigums is going to go ahead and get the pass done there. Is Doug going to respond back up the inside here? Nope, he doesn't have, he is not close enough to try and make that happen. Pigums goes a little bit wide on exit there, but he keeps it underneath of him, and he's going to move up to 5th place. Doug here in 6th, Type R in 7th, Bar 27 in 8th. We got Lone here in 9th, so Bar's gotten around Lone. We got Hellraiser there in 10th and Trone in 11th place here, so quite a few of our drivers still owing those pit stops here. Right now, Petrohead is moving quickly here, so he's starting to put some pressure on Astro here, and he still has Pigums in tow right in behind here as well. So Pigums is just sitting there chilling right now, being patient while does all the hard work of gaining and trying to make the holes around the drivers here, and Pickens just keeps following them through here. So you can see Pickens gets a good run there. He's already in beside Astro there, but Astro is in the slipstream of petrol there, and that's going to help keep Astro in with Pickens here. And I'm not sure Pickens not giving Astro a push here, so this is a good side-by-side battle here. Pickens is going to take up the inside lane as we head into the corner. He's going to move back out into the outside lane here, and I'm not sure. I think he's trying to decide what he's going to do here. He's looking for a double cutback here. That was a great setup coming into corners 1 and 2, but he can't get it done. Astro's actually going to get ahead of Petrol here as well, and Petrol's going to slot back into 3rd place here. So Astro's doing a good job at holding off Petrolhead and Pickens here right now, but Petrolhead and Pickens are definitely putting the pressure on this driver here at the moment. Got Doug here in 5th, we got Type R in 6th, we got Bar in 7th, we've got Lone in 8th, we've got Super in 9th, we've got Hair Razor here in 10th, and we've got Trone here in 11th. So it is Esports Matthew leading the charge here. We got Astro in 2nd, we've got Petrolhead here in 3rd, we got Pickens in 4th, we got Doug in 5th, we've got Type R here in 6th. Bar 27 here in 7th. Ooh, Lone Ghost getting it a little bit wrong there in 8th place. We got Super here in 9th, now has made his pit stop. Hair Razor here in 10th. He's right on that tail fin of Super there in that Porsche. And we got Trone here in 11th. So the battle now is with Astro here, as Petrolhead has gotten around Esports Matthew here as well. And you can see Pickens now side by side with Esports Matthew there as well. So Petrolhead now side by side with Astro looking for the race lead here as we head into turns 1 and 2. Some great battling right here for through 1st through 4th place. We got Doug and Type R just in behind there as well, battling it out. So 1st through 6th, each having their own little two-way battles here right now. And it is going to be Petrolhead take the race lead away from Astro here in 2nd place. We have Esports Matthew up here in 3rd. We've got Pickens here in 4th. We've got Doug Barrow here in 5th. We got Type R in 6th. Bar 27 here in 7th position, and it's 4.8 seconds to Type R right now. Got Lone Ghost in behind, almost 5 seconds in behind Bar here as well. We got Super chasing 20 seconds down the road from Lone Ghost. We got Hair Razor looking to get the job done here as he gets it on the inside and then goes outside into the parabolic corner here and takes away takes 9th place from Super there, putting him now down in the 10th position, and Trone just on the backside of these guys here in 11th place there as well. So it is Petrolhead now 3/4 of a second up in front of Astro. Pickens has found his way around Esports Matthew, but Esports Matthew is giving him a good battle here. And he came into that corner a little bit hot there, and he really had to kind of gather himself back up slightly there. But that was a great job between these two drivers here as they continue up the road. And Pickens now up into 3rd place here, and they are catching up to Astro here. So Petrolhead has broken up a gap here a little bit, and he's gotten away from the rest of these guys. So 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place here, all very close together as we head into turns 1 and 2. Let's see what happens here as they come in. Esports Matthew is going to take a look up the inside of Pickens here. Pickens is not panicking even in the least bit right now with still 30 minutes remaining in this race. He's just chilling here. So 36 minutes remaining in this race as we come around here. And Esports Matthew for the time being slots back up into 3rd place here. We got Doug in 5th. We got Type R in 6th. Bar in 7th. We have Hair Razor. There's Trone Kobe going into pit lane here. Lone Ghost going into pit lane. Pardon me. My mistake. My mistake. Not Trone at all. Alright, so it is Petrolhead here in 1st place. 2 seconds up the road from Astro here now. And the more and more these guys continue to battle in behind, the more and more of a gap that Petrol's going to continue to gain on the rest of the field here. You can see it's quite hot on the racetrack here right now as these cars are coming around. You can see a little bit of heat steam in a sense coming off these race cars. So the car is very warm right now, and that may make the conditions a little bit slick in a sense here. Oh, we got Rsr made a mistake there. Has no damage on that race car, thankfully, but definitely made a mistake moving very slow there for a moment. Alright, so still Astro, Esports, Matthew, and Pigham's in second, third, and fourth place here, but they're all still nose to tail here as well as they try to reel in Petrolhead up there. And Esports Matthew now taking a look up the inside of Astro here, and Pigham's now taking a look up the inside there as well. And I don't know, that might have been a questionable move right there, but we'll have to leave that up to race control. Almost a little bit of a block there from Esports Matthew on Pigham's as he went up the inside. Line was cut off, but it's still a great battle here, and Astro is going to force this 3 wide here. He is. A little bit of contact there on Pigham's, and a little bit of a lunch-style move there coming from Astro into the corner. They made it work, but boy, these 3 racers here right now are definitely fighting with their elbows out, and we'll have to see how that all works out at the end of the race here right now. But Pigham's just settled in there in behind right now, currently sitting in 4th place, and well, moving and grooving are these 3 drivers here right now. We got Doug there in 5th place. We got Type R here in 6th. We got Bar 27 here in 7th position. We got Supra here in 8th. We've got Trone in 9th. We've got Hair Razor here in 10th position, and we got Lone Ghost there in 11th. So it is Petrolhead here in the lead, and now almost 6 seconds with all the fighting of these drivers up front here. We have Esports Matthew here in 2nd place. We got Pigham's here in 3rd position. We've got Astro here in 4th as well, with Doug in 5th. He's got Bar 27 right there in tow in 6th place in behind. We've got Type Bar here in 7th. We've got Trone in 8th. We've got Super in 9th. We've got Hair Razor here in 10th position, and we got Lone Ghost here in 11th. Alright, Esports Matthew and Pigham's here side by side as we head into turns 1 and 2 here, and fighting it out are these 2 here. So Astro has fallen in behind these 2 drivers here, and Pigham's now is going to move up into 2nd place here, and he's going to move up ahead of Esports Matthew here on the grid a little bit as well. Astro's going to go a little bit wide there with that dirty air in behind. Looks like he's fortunate not to pick up a track limit penalty there. Doug and Bar 27 now fighting it out here in 5th to 6th place. We got Type R just sitting in the background here watching these 2 fight it out there. Good battle between these 2 here as we're coming around the racetrack. Bar is going to get a much better run coming out of that hairpin there, and he's going to move up ahead of Doug Barrow there, and he is going to get 5th place for the time being from Doug Barrow here. Just chasing. That's allowed Type R now to get right on the back door of this fight here as well, and it's now became a 3-way battle here. We got Trone and Super here in 8th and 9th place as well. We've got Hair Razor there in 10th position, and we've got Lone Ghost here in 11th. So just Petrolhead 6 seconds up the road here right now as he's just exiting the final sector of the racetrack up that start finish line. We got Pigham's here in 2nd place. He's gotten into some open air here now and opened up a quick gap on Esports Matthew here at 1.2 seconds. Astro still in behind Esports Matthew here in 4th place and has yet to make a pit stop here. We have Bar 27 in 5th place. We've got Doug here in 6th. We've got Type R in 7th. We've got Trone here in 8th. We've got Super in 9th. We've got Hair Razor here in 10th position, 10 seconds to gap to Supra, and Lone Ghost here in 11th, and just a recent pit stop made there by that driver as well. I came up with the podcast title Turtle Track Talk. You know, everybody just thinks that I have time to podcast and stream and commentate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Come on, you guys. I'm only one person here, man. I'm only one person. Petrolhead here in the lead. Pigham's in 2nd. We got Esports Matthew here in 3rd. We got Astro in 4th. GT45 Gaming is not looking for any more content ideas or extra content to produce right now on the pages. I do not have time for it, ladies and gentlemen. I can barely handle what I have on my plate at the moment. R27 here in 5th place. We got Doug Burrow in 6th. We got Type R in 7th. We got Trone Kobe here in 8th. We got Supra in 9th. We got Lone Ghost here in 10th. And we got Hair Razor in pit lane in 11th. I love the fact that we love the content. I really do, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a full-time job and work for a living, and I literally only have a few hours a day to do streaming stuff. So I can only do so much. Petrolhead here coming into pit lane for his second stop of the race. Pickens is going to opt to stay out. Matthews is going to come in with Petrolhead. Astro is going to follow suit here in behind as well. So Pickens will take the race lead back here as he comes around. We got Bar 27 is going to come into pit lane. Doug's going to come into pit lane. Type R is going to stay out. Well, unless you're the turtle, it's in the name. Trone here in 8th, we got Super here in 9th, we got Lone Ghost here in 10th, and we've got Hair Razor here in 11th. Well, I mean, you know, if we made $2,200 a month take home from the page, we could stream full time and have a whole lot more time for all that extra content. Just throwing it out there. That's what it takes for me to go streaming full time, is $2,200 a month minimum, chat. Type R here in 2nd place. It's Petrolhead here in 3rd. It's Trone Kobe in 4th. It's Supra here in 5th. It's Esports Matthew here in 6th. It's Astro in 7th. It's Bar 27 in 8th. It's Doug in 9th. It's Lone Ghost in 10th. And it's Hair Razor in 11th place. And I've been streaming for 3 years and the page hasn't even made that much money in total. So, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We haven't even made half of that on the page's history in total. Pickham's here in the lead. We have Type R here in 2nd. We've got Petrolhead here in 3rd. We've got Trone here in 4th. We've got Super here in 5th. We've got Esports Matthew in 6th. We've got Astro in 7th. We've got Bar 27 in 8th. We've got Doug in 9th. We've got Lone in 10th. And we've got Hair Razor here in 11th. It should be final stop here, I would assume, for this driver with 28 minutes remaining. 1 stop, 2 stop, not really sure what we're going to see here today. I'm assuming it looks like it's going to be 2 stop strategies here, but guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Where is Petro? Petro's 28 seconds in behind Piggins right now, our race leader. We got Trone up into 4th place. We got Super in 5th. Matthew comes out in 6th. We got Astro in 7th. We got Doug currently sitting in 8th. We got, Bar sitting in 8th. Doug sitting in 9th. We got Lone Ghost here sitting in 10th, and we've got Hair Razor in 11th position. Whew. I'm gonna take a little peek sees here at something real quick. I got a warning going on over here. There we go. I can't see the YouTube chat over there at GTRC for some reason, unless you're. I am the turtle, Joe. Don't you know? Turtle. I feel like it some days. I felt like a turtle last night. We got Petrolhead here in 2nd. We got Trone here in 3rd. We got Super in 4th. We got Matthew in 5th. We got Astro in 6th. Bar 27 in 7th. We got Doug at 8th. We've got Type R in 9th place. We got Lone Ghost in top 10. And Hair Razor here in 11th. Alright, so it is Piggums here in the lead of the race. It's Petrolhead here in 2nd. It's Trone in 3rd. It's Supra here in 4th. Esports Matthew in 5th. Piggums in pit lane. We got Astro here in 6th. We got Bar 27 in 7th. Doug in 8th. Type R in 9th. Lone Ghost in 10th. And Hair Razor here in 11th. So let's jump on with Petrolhead here and see where he comes out in relation to the pit stop of Piggums here. I would assume that he's going to come out ahead of Piggums here. The question is how far ahead of Piggums is he going to come out ahead? Full tank of VP racing fuel there for Piggums. And he's going to come out right beside Trone Kobe here in 2nd and 3rd place there. And that was really close to a little bit of contact there, but he is going to move up into 2nd place there. So 4.4 seconds in behind Petrol, so we actually gained a little bit of time there with that overcut. Got Esports Matthew in 4th, Astro in 5th, Bar in 6th. battling it out with Doug here in 7th position here right now, and Bar just holding Doug off for the time being. Just jump in with our race, wrong button, with our race leader here for the momentum. I was watching YouTube, but video quality was not good. Yeah. No, I got an alert over there. I just went and checked on it. It's got a... It's not receiving the signal properly is what it's telling me. So I apologize over there on YouTube. Usually YouTube's the one with the better video quality. Alright, I'm just going to leave you at the game for 1 minute here, chat. We're on board with VTX Petrohead, our current race leader here, as he's going around the racetrack. Our final pit stops are being made here. We're just going to go do a couple things behind the scene and try to fix some of these things that are happening here, so we'll be right back. We're back. Hopefully that sorts out YouTube a little bit. I do apologize, everybody. Alright, let's get back out and see what is happening on the racetrack here. Thanks to Petrohead here for the great onboard action there, as we're sorting a couple things out. We have Piggums here in 2nd position here as well, and 4.4 seconds is the gap to him and Petrohead. Now we've got Throne here in 3rd position. He's having a fantastic race here, but I think he's going to have to make one more pit stop here. We'll have to see how his fuel load goes. Got Esports Matthew here in 4th place right now, trying to chase Throne down for that final podium position. We got Bar 27 here, currently in 5th place. We've got Astro here in 6th. We've got Doug here in 7th position. We've got Typar here in 8th. We've got Supra here in 9th. We've got Lone Ghost in 10th, and we've got Hair Razor here in 11th position. It is, ooh, big spike there, big lag spike right there as Petrohead gets a big bounce on the racetrack there, and we still have 11 drivers, so that's a good thing. We got Piggums here in 2nd place, and he's losing a little bit of time there to Petrol up in front. We've got Trone here in 3rd position. We got Esports Matthew here in 4th. We've got Bar 27 in 5th. With Astro very close behind there in 6th place, and that was a massive slide there from Astro, and you can see he's really out of sorts here. He's got Doug Bro now putting some pressure on him here on the exit of the corner here. It's going to be a great run there by Doug, and a little bit of side-by-side contact there as both cars got a little bit wrong and that actually straightened both those guys out and allowed them to get on the power and continue up the straightaway here. So an unfortunate incident, which ended up being a fortunate incident for those two in this case. We've got Type R here in 8th place. We've got Lone Ghost in 10th position. We got Air Razor chasing here in 11th, just in behind. Pretty good action here for these 11 drivers on the track here, but we're starting to see a little bit of separation here now as the race continues on here. So Petro had 3.8 seconds, so Pickham's took a second out of him that last time around. Tron Kobe still holding strong here in 3rd place. Esports Matthew with a 6-second gap still in behind there. Bar 27 is almost 10 seconds in behind Esports Matthew. He's got 5 seconds on Doug, who's battling quite healthily here with Astro. So we'll sit here for a minute, as this is kind of where the battle on the racetrack is right now. Alright, so what is that gap? 3/4 of a second almost? It seems like the stability of the lobby is degrading as the race is going on here too. We're starting to see a lot of spiking happening here in the lobby. We got Super here in 8th place, we got Type R in 9th, we got Lone here in 10th, and we got Air Razor here in 11th. And we've just had an update recently this week. It was on Thursday morning here in Gran Turismo 7, our regular monthly update. You know, the lobbies have been very unstable and unsettled since last month's update, and we were really hoping that they were going to address that, but in my honest opinion, it doesn't look like they've really addressed anything in the stability of the lobbies. We're still seeing a lot of the same issues, and I'm still seeing a lot of the drivers with the same steering wheel issues as well in the game, which is forcing them out of league racing lobbies. So I don't know what these guys are doing here right now, but they're not fixing the lobby stability. And at some point, if they don't start to handle the lobby part of the multiplayer part of this game, they're going to start losing their driver base. So, you know, come on, PD, like, you need to really get it together here. We're going to be on 2 years and we still don't have a lobby stabilization fix yet. Got Bar 27 here in 5th place. We've got Doug Burrow in 6th. We've got Astro in 7th. We got Super in 8th. We've got Type R in 9th. We got Lone Ghost in 10th. And we've got Hair Razor here in 11th. And the reason why I say that is, I mean, I've got, for example, I've got 1.25 gigabyte internet here at the house, which means I get a 1.25 gigabyte download, and I get almost a gigabyte upload on my hardline connection, which is plugged into my PlayStation and only my PlayStation. The PlayStation gets all the hardline all to itself. The stream runs off the Wi-Fi, and even when I'm hosting lobbies, drivers are lagging, they're glitching, they're bouncing all over the place. It is not because of my internet connection. That is 100% for sure. So I don't care what PD says or what all these big companies are saying. It's not our internet connections. It's their servers and their net coding in their game, and they really need to sort it out. Alright, so Tron did have to come into pit late. I didn't think he'd get the rest of the way on fielder, so he's going to give up P3 to Esports Matthew here. And looks like he's going to give up 4th to Bar 27 here as well. So he's just getting those tires on now, so he just got into his stall, so he's going to watch he's going to lose a couple of spots here on this pit stop, but he is going to be coming out with some fresh tires though. Alright, so it is Type R here in 9th, it's going to be Lone Ghost here in 10th, and it's going to be Hair Razor here in 11th position. 1.7 seconds in behind Lone Ghost here right now. Petrohead is still in the lead of this race. It's 2.9 seconds gap between him and Piggums. From there is 12 seconds to Esports Matthew in 3rd place. We have Bar 27 here in 4th trying to chase. Still 10 seconds is that gap. So not able to gain, but not able to lose basically at the same time here for our top 4 to 5 drivers. Not too surprised here out of this group. We've got Astro here in 6th place. We got Super in 7th. Tron here in 8th. We got Type R here in 9th. Mr. Lone Ghost here in 10th place. And Hair Razor just in behind here in 11th. Alright, so 2.79 seconds right now is the gap between Petrol and Piggums. Petrol's doing a fantastic job at holding that gap on Pigham's here right now. We have Esports Matthew here in 3rd position and losing a little bit of time on those front 2 runners. We have Bar 27 lost a little bit of time on Esports Matthew here. And our top 5 very spread out here. Top 6, top 7, top 6, yeah. 7th, 8th there, 2nd separating them. So Trone come out just in behind Supra here after his pit stop into 8th place. Type R is about 5.5 seconds in behind. We've got Lone Ghost about 6.7 seconds in behind me with that pit stop from Type R there. Should allow... Lone Ghost grab the spot there. Hairraiser grabbing the spot as well. Alright, so we do have Petrolhead here in the lead of this race. And the gap is now 2.3 seconds, so Pigham's is closing in. Now, Petrol still has the fastest lap on the racetrack here, the 39.323. So, could be an interesting battle here, I think, if Pigham's can reel Petrolhead in here. We've got Esports Matthew in 3rd place. We got Bar 27 in 4th. We got Doug here in 5th. We got Astro in 6th. We got Supra in 7th. We've got Trone here in 8th. We've got Lone Ghost in 9th. Hairraiser's closing in here in 10th place. 1.2 seconds is that gap. And then we have Type R here in 11th position. After that pit stop, of course, late in the race there. So it's about 13 minutes remaining here. We'll see 6-7 more laps from the drivers here. We got Pigham's in 2nd place, 2.4 seconds. And just not a lot happening here at the moment on the racetrack here as we're nearing the end of our race. Everybody's kind of spread out. So the last round of pit stops actually spread the field out a little bit here. Hairraiser takes a look up the inside of Lone Ghost there, and they're still side by side as they come around the corner here. So that was a pretty good defense there from Lone Ghost as they're still side by side battling for the position, but he's just going to back out just a little tiny bit coming into the corner there. You can see that little bit of extra braking as you see the nose dive into the road a little bit there, and that was just a racing decision made by Lone Ghost right there. He didn't want to take a 2x2 through that sector. It's not the easiest corner to go by 2x2, and he figured it was better just to tuck in behind and reset up the battle a little further down the racetrack. So Petrolhead's only 1.7 seconds ahead of Pigham's here now. So Pigham's is gaining bit by bit, lap by lap here as the race continues on, setting up a potential final couple lap battle there maybe for himself. Bar 27 in 4th place. Doug in 5th. Astro in 6th. He's got Super kind of closing in a little bit, 2.9 seconds down the road in behind here. We've got Throne in 8th place. We've got Hairraiser in 9th. We've got Lone Ghost here in 10th. And we've got Type R here in 11th position. Is Petrolhead, though, in charge here and in the lead and doing fantastic here today. And looking good. Looking good. Pigham's closing. 1.5. We have about 1.5 tenths gained halfway through this lap here so far. And just no Apex Matthew, or sorry, Esports Matthew, just no response there in 3rd place, but just holding down, trying to keep Bar 27 from closing in at this point. Got Doug here in 5th. We've got Astro in 6th. Supra is losing pace off Astro a bit. Throne is still there. And not a whole lot changing here. It could potentially be right here that we're going to see the fight at the end of the race now at this point. on. Petrolhead went deep. He got it all wrong coming into turn 1 and 2 there. And boy, oh boy, that's going to allow Piggums really to close up some time there. So now the gap under a second between first and second place here. We are on board with our second place driver, Piggums, here currently, as he is trying to chase the leader, Petrolhead, down. And now, with that gap being less than a second, it is all push time here now. Can Piggums find the time and the racetrack in the next 9 minutes and 40 seconds to try and get the lead away from Petrol? We got Doug coming into pit lane there in 7th place. That's on timely pit stop there for Doug. It's definitely going to drop him down the field there in a couple spots. But it is Petrol here in the race lead, and Piggums is closed right up, a car length separating these two drivers here right now. And it's going to come down to the wire here, I think, for this race. This battle is going to ensue very soon here, as Piggums and Petrol are pushing hard here. Petrol made a little mistake right there again. That's going to allow Piggums really to close up now, maybe even get the run coming up this straightaway here. You can see he is right there. He is right on the back end of Petrolhead here. He's going to go out into the slipstream here. We're going to go side by side as we head into turns 1 and 2, but Petrol does have that inside position here, and it looks like we've got a car coming out of pit lane there as well. I believe that is Lone Ghost, and Petrol has the inside track there, so he is going to hold off P1 from Piggums here for the time being. But boy, we got a great little battle happening here for first and second place now, and looks like a good little battle for 5th and 6th going on back there as well. Let's go take a quick look back there and see what's happening here, as we got Astro and Supra have closed right back up here as well. Camera crew is doing what they want apparently. Buttons are just changing themselves here. We've got Petrolhead here in first place, and Piggums still all over him here. 0.2 of a second is that gap between our race leaders here at the moment. And we're going to be keeping our eye on a couple of different spots here on the racetrack. We're going to be watching this here for a moment, as Piggums is really applying the pressure here on Petrolhead here, all basically side by side, and Piggums trying to get the job done before they get to potentially that potential lap car up ahead here. Now Lone Ghost is still on that lead lap, but this would mean that he's going to be put a lap down when the race leaders, if the race leaders catch him and get around him here, and he's just going to let him go. So he does get out of the way there, allows Piggums and Petrolhead just to continue on there. He recognized what was happening there and didn't want any part of that, just lets the two race leaders go. He doesn't want to get involved in that in any shape, way, or form, and that was a great job there by Lone Ghost. So let's go take a look at what's happening here between Astro and Supra, and Supra's lost touch just a little bit there with Astro, so right back to the battle for this lead here right now. And side by side again going into turns 1 and 2, and it's just defensive driving here from Petrolhead right now, and trying to make Piggums take the long way around the racetrack here. And Piggums was going to attempt to switcheroo there, but he just didn't quite time it right, and he had to back off not to make contact to Petrol's rear aero package there. So we're cruising. This is a great battling right here between these two drivers, both very efficient race car drivers here as well, Petrolhead and Piggums, and they're scrapping hard here right now on lap 32, and that takes us into the 6 minute and 20 second mark of the race here. So as the laps start to dwindle down, the battle definitely intensifies here between these two drivers. We got Supra and Astro still fairly close together here in 5th and 6th place as well. Oh, Piggums gets the run. Now we are side by side here. Piggums got a better run coming through the chicane there, and we're side by side, and Piggums is going to have the inside line heading into the second couple last corners of the racetrack here, but Petrol gets a nice cutback done on Piggums there, and he takes the position back, and oh boy, it is all gloves are off here in the race lead right now between these two, and there is some good racing happening here between these two Porsche drivers right now. And Petrolhead gets a great run through the corner there, and it's going to be right back to Piggums in the slipstream here again. And are we going to see a side-by-side heading back into turn 1 and 2, I guess, is the bigger question here. But boy, what a battle for the race lead right now between Piggums and Petrolhead, and we're going to see the same story here again coming into turn 1 and 2. Petrol's going to force Piggums to the outside. Piggums is in position here, and here we go. Is he going to time it a little bit better this time? He tries, and no, Petrolhead's just going to get the power down, and Piggums just cannot get around Petrolhead right now. Petrolhead is doing a fantastic job in the lead of this race, defending the charge of Piggums off here, and this is some good, clean racing between these two drivers right now on the racetrack. We're going to take a quick peek what's happening back here, get right back to the action up front here, and boy oh boy, what a battle these drivers are having right now. Petrolhead is just trying to place his car in all the right places here right now, not to let Piggums get a position to get a nose in the right corner to get that move done. So this is a good race right now. Here we go again. Alright, into the chicane. Oh, and here we go again. Piggums again with the cutback. He's going to go for the double cutback, and we're side by side to the same point of the racetrack here again. Oh, this is some great racing between Petrolhead and Piggums here right now as we're side by side. Piggums has a little bit of a better advantage here this time. Let's see if he learned from the move of Petrolhead last time. He does. He covers off that inside apex completely differently this time around. And Petrolhead's not going to get the job done coming out into the final corner here. Piggums is going to hold that lead coming through the final sector here. Now he's going to be the one playing defense as we head up this very long, mile-long start-finish straight stretch. Can't talk, I'm getting too excited over here. It is Piggums here, and he's doing a fantastic job here. You can see Piggums, he's not panicked here at all right now. I think he's having some fun racing hard side by side with Petrolhead right here, and we're going to do it all over again going into turn 1 and 2 right now. As Petrolhead is going to get the position back from Piggums here. Piggums and Petrolhead continue on down the racetrack, and they are putting on a show for everybody at home here right now. Astro and Supra very close together here as well, and that's going to be unfortunate here for Astro with that half-second track limit penalty, so I should allow Supra to get the job done here and get around Astro. So an untimely mistake there by Astro, and it could cost him position very late in the race here. A big slide right there by Petrol coming out of that corner, and he is just defending for his life here right now. This is a great scrap right now between first and second place here. And it's anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess. I think we're seeing a different approach here from Piggums this time around here. I think we're going to see a setup from Piggums here. I think he's just going to stay close on Petrol here and wait for the right moment to probably try and make that happen again instead of just jockeying that position back and forth here. I think Piggums is assessing his opponent right now while sitting in behind him here. And I mean, these cars are separated by nothing. They're side by side at this point as they come down the start-finish line there. And it was Piggums that came across the line in the lead there actually. So again, assessing his opponent here right now, I think, is Piggums, and Petrolhead is defending for his life here as they are side by side coming through turns 1 and 2 here, and Piggums just ain't giving him an inch right now, and Petrolhead ain't giving Piggums an inch back. I mean, this is tire to tire, door to door racing, a little bit of tire to tire contact there. Piggums is going to back out of that. He's going to give that position back to Petrolhead, and he's going to tuck back in and set it all up again. So a little bit of a mistake by both those drivers in that corner, and you can see the respect shown by the two drivers, and they slot each other back into their original positions before the contact, and they continue battling this thing out. This is a fantastic racing happening right here on the racetrack right now. What do we got going on here? We've got Doug and Trone Kobe are closing up here, so Trone's starting to make some distance up here on the racetrack as well. We've been so enthralled with this lead battle for the lead of the race here for the last 5 or 6 laps that we haven't really been keeping an eye on what's happening back there, and we do have cars really starting to close up to each other here in behind our race leaders here as well, but this battle is just too hard to not stick with at this point. And I mean, this is just some good hard racing from these competitors right now. Piggums sees an opportunity and he takes a wide open door there and he puts his car completely through it. Now Petrolhead finds himself chasing here. That was a great run through the final corner there from Piggums, and now does he choose to defend going into turns 1 and 2? This is going to be the final lap of the race here, ladies and gentlemen. It is all on the line here now for our race leaders as we head into turn 1 and 2. And here it is. Here we go. The battle for the race win here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be right down to the final corner between these two. We are not going anywhere. We are staying with our race leaders for the remainder of this race, because this is definitely where the hot action on the racetrack is right now. And it is Piggums heading into the parabolic style corner here with that race lead. So Piggums has been assessing petrol head here for several laps now. Esports Matthew coming home in 3rd. We got Bar 27 coming across there in 4th place. It's going to be Super, I'm assuming, in 5th here as he comes around, and we're not leaving this fight here between 1st and 2nd place today. This is too good to miss. It is going to be Super there coming home with a 5th place finish as he crosses the finish line as well. It's going to be Doug Burrow coming home in 6th place. Troll Kobe should be just behind there in 7th, and that is what we're seeing. Astro will take checkered flag home in 8th place here today, but this battle up front coming down to the wire. 1, 2, 3 corners remain. 2 corners. 1 hairpin corner left. Petrolhead is there. Can he strike? Who is going to get the better run into the corner? And here we go. It's all coming down to this last few hundred meters here. Petrolhead in the slip. Piggums, can he hold him off to the start finish line? Here we go. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. No, I don't think Petrol's got enough. It's going to be yeah, it is going to be Piggums. Piggums is going to take the race win there, and a valiant effort there from Petrolhead in 2nd place. And boy, oh boy, that was a doozy of a battle right there. Let me tell you what, that was some fantastic racing from Piggums and Petrol on the racetrack right there. GG's, wow. So it is Piggums here with the win. It's going to be Petrolhead here in 2nd and fastest lap on the track with a 39.323 as well. Esports Matthew in 3rd place with Bar 27 in 4th. It's going to be Super here in 5th place. It's going to be Doug Burrow in 6th. Trone Kobe in 7th. Astro in 8th position. We've got Hair Razor here in 9th. We've got Typar here in 10th. And Lone Ghost is going to finish in 11th with a 1-minute penalty for not using the hard compound tire. Woo, doggy. That was a race. That was a great race right there by this group. That was spectacular racing from everybody. I am quite impressed with how well of a race that all our drivers had here today. That was a doozy. It really was. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So normally we would do podium interviews at this point in time, but that is not going to happen today, folks. Due to the way that this series is split and the fact that we only had less than a handful of Pro-Am drivers in the field, it doesn't make sense to do interviews for drivers that are guaranteed a podium position. Podium interviews are designed for drivers that have fought through a field and earned the top 3 spots. So we're not going to be doing any interviews here today. We're going to sort out how we're going to do interviews moving forward with this group due to the way that they have the series set up here. And time restraints on my end as well today. All right, so that was some hard racing there. We've seen a lot of great moments there throughout our race here today. We're just gonna lose the background screen here for a second. I mean, what can we say? Right through the field, right from 1st to 11th place, and we had out of the 11 drivers on the track, I think 8 were pros here today. So, yeah, I'll sit down. Well, we'll have to sit down with the community here, with the organizers over here at GTRC, and figure out how we're going to do podium interviews moving forward for this particular Porsche Cup series, because again, we have two different classes mixed in together, and the classes are very uneven. There's twice as many pro as there is AM drivers, so it makes it tough to keep track of what's going on, mainly. But yeah, that was some great racing here from the GTRC community. Again, we're not going to be doing our podiums here this week. We'll be back next week for our Mini Cooper series, I believe round 3 as well for our Mini Coopers. And stay tuned for some highlight videos. We're going to try and get some of them cranked out here for you guys and gals this weekend here as well, for the viewers here, and to catch up on all the moments that unfortunately we've missed here. We missed round 2 for Porsche and the Mini Coopers here this past couple of weeks over due to real life emergency situation here. But yeah, I mean, we appreciate everybody coming in. That was a great race. I mean, kudos to all 11 drivers on the racetrack. There wasn't really a dull moment throughout this race where there wasn't something happening. That mid-pack battle today was crazy. I mean, that was 6 cars, 6 drivers all grouped tight together and battling hard there for the first like 15 minutes of the race. That was really fun to watch. So Porsche Cup racing, and I don't know what it is about these Group 3 Porsches, but it just seems like everybody loves these cars, and it seems like it just provides for great racing. We're seeing lots and lots more Porsche series starting to stem up and through other leagues throughout the community here as well, and they just seem to be popular. So I can see why. Look at the good, close, tight racing that we had here today, and obviously the car is a big part of that. Again, just a fairly easy car to drive as well for the most part, even for the newest of drivers, with a little bit of instructional training and a little bit of help. And it's amazing how quickly that driver can really kind of settle into that car as well. So it's a decent learning car as well for new drivers at a GR3 911 Rsr Porsche 2017 version, of course. So yeah, provided for great racing. But that Mini Cooper series too, I mean, that has been lit all season long, and we're gonna have that back live on the big screen next Saturday. We'll have interviews lined up for that one at the end of the week as well, and we'll get the Porsche Cup interview things sorted out here as well. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. You all matter. Thanks for the likes and shares and comments. Thanks for hanging out with here at the GTRC. Don't forget to like and share it out if you haven't done so already. If you have done so already, we appreciate that support, you legends. And well, we'll see you on the next one. We'll be back live tomorrow night for more commentary for a set of Corsa Competition PlayStation 5 edition. And well, we may have a little fun coming up here a little bit later this evening as well from the GT45 gaming community. So keep your eyes open for that. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all very soon.